Hi, I am a trial participant in the Moderna's injection of 1273, also known as the COVID-19 vaccine. Here's my card. This is my proof of vaccination. My first dose was given August 26th and the second dose September 28th. Again, I am in the trial. Did you have antibodies? This is not a positive pregnancy test. As you see, I have the IgG spike protein. So this is my consent form. What they make you sign when you join a study. This is my MRI. This is my MRI result. This is my bag for when I had a pain catheter. This is a device I'm supposed to wear 8 hours a day. It's cooling compression. I don't wear it. I have some of these. I have many more. I don't know where. I have about at least 3 more. So, what happened? I had a bad experience. First dose, arm started hurting right away. Never stopped. I had a lot of strange feelings after the first dose too. I remember telling my mother several times I never felt this way before. Feelings like just hard to manage, the house and stuff. It was not anything major. I didn't attribute it to the vaccine at the time until hindsight. Many times I told my mom I didn't feel that way before, so there you go. Dose 2. My arm was still hurting when I got dose 2. Couldn't lift my arm. Make another video about that. So after dose 2, I was very sick for a couple of days, as expected. And then I felt good for about half a day. And then I woke up sick all over again, but very weird. Fever was back. It was low grade. I had extreme head pressure. I couldn't talk right. I was stuttering. I couldn't find the words, and I couldn't hardly get the words out. And then when I said the words, I forgot what I was saying, and I was stuttering. So, confusion, brain fog, head twitching, my eyes would somehow cause my head to twitch whenever I would move them. Like if I just looked this way, my head was having this twitch. I was off balance. Very forgetful. Eyes blurry. It was harder to see my phone. I got these glasses, the generic glasses that help me see my phone. Fatigue just felt generally very, very bad. Like something's not right. I did do what's called a sick visit when you're in a study. If you don't feel good, they pull you in, and they wanted to see if I had COVID, so they actually tested me 6 times for COVID that week. They would send a mail carrier to come pick up a specimen, so where I would spit in it. They did the nasal thing at the clinic, and then I would spit in it. And no, I didn't have COVID. I guess, I can't remember, somewhere in my emergency room visit. So I went to a drop-in doctor and said, I don't feel good. I'm forgetting everything. I'm confused and I'm twitching and stuff. So they said, you need to go to the ER. I drove myself there. Kind of dangerous. But, so I went to the ER. They did CAT scan. Checked for mini stroke. No, just so we can take spinal fluid. You may have encephalitis, but the brain can heal. So we can do a spinal tap, you know, whatever they call it. I said no. I regretted that. I should have had it done, but I didn't. So I was referred to a neurologist. By the time I actually got to the neurologist visit, most of those symptoms were gone. They lasted 14 days. Very scary. You know, I thought I was going to be permanently stupid. Maybe I am. I don't know. I still have some ongoing things. And the fatigue, boy, major fatigue. I never had fatigue in my life. You know, everybody gets, maybe get tired. No, I'm talking the type of fatigue where you can't go and I tried to go shopping the day after Christmas. 20 minutes in, I was so tired that I was going to throw up. It's this type of fatigue. It's not just in your body, it's in your mind. So anyway, I had to have surgery for my shoulder. What happened? So as the brain fog wore off, I became more aware of how bad my arm was getting. It was hurting more and worse and worse. And I mentioned that to doctors, but I was like, I don't care about my arm. I want to know what's wrong with my brain. So I finally did get an MRI, not that Moderna paid for. I asked them several times in October they wouldn't do it. So I was finally able to get one, even though in this piece of paper, they're supposed to. If anything goes wrong, they're supposed to pay for, you know, your doctor's visits. They're supposed to check to see what's wrong. Oh, they weren't interested in any of it. I'm not the only one. But anyway, so the MRI revealed what's called a high-grade tear. Not from needle placement, but actually from inflammation response. That's going to be really hard for you guys to accept, especially you nurses or whatever, but listen to me. That's what I thought too. I have the best oral surgeon in my city, and the results of the MRI revealed that it was actually not improper needle placement either time. What it was inflammation caused everything to be so weak, so every little thing you do is just so hard inside. So they had to do some repairing. Yeah, the bursa, but and under it. So I had arthroscopy, which is not like slashes, but they went in and there was one there and my little tape fell off. So I had to have shoulder surgery just last week, and I'm moving my arm wherever I'm supposed to. I think I'm doing pretty good. Shoulder surgery is a very, very, very painful thing. It's if you ever look up what the recovery is, it's just really long and painful. And you know, you're 2 weeks sleeping upright, you're 6 weeks in a sling, you have to do physical therapy. And I did physical therapy. My insurance company wouldn't pay for my MRI until I did 6 weeks of physical therapy. So I walked around basically 2 months waiting for an MRI. I walked around with a high-grade tear. I walked around in misery and in pain longer than what I needed to be because someone didn't pay for my MRI like they were supposed to when I asked them to when the damage was done. So, how am I today? Well, I just had surgery. I'm in pain. The fatigue, finally, there was a little break in the fatigue, and I treated myself with something, and that's another video. if you don't take anything from this, listen, if you have an injection of some sort that requires a booster in 30 days, or, and I'm not talking about 13 years, but I'm talking about a booster in a month or so around that time, and you can't lift your arm, that is a sign that you have had an inflammation response. It's not always needle placement, and you could be the one that could have encephalitis, transverse myelitis, swollen brain stem, just any type of bad inflammation response in your body. The fact that you cannot lift your arm is a sign that can happen to you, and that's what happened to me. So spread the word on that, and never get a booster if your arm still hurts from the first one, because it can go very wrong for you. That's my story. That's my testimony to the Moderna jab. I like the word jab. They say that in the UK. It's kind of gross.